Olá, seja bem-vindo de volta à nossa série de Fallout e vamos continuar exatamente do ponto de onde a gente parou. Vamos falar aqui com o paladino desse e vamos subir a bordo do Prydwen, se eu não me engano é o nome. Ou seja, vamos falar diretamente com a Irmandade, vamos ser batizados pelo chefão. E vamos lá.
Paladin Dance.
Are you ready to head up to the ship?
Não vou me mostrar muito empolgado não, vou só questionar mais um pouquinho.
Why did the Brotherhood send it here in the first place?
I'm not sure. But I think it might have something to do with the data on the Commonwealth my team gathered before it arrived. We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxson's here. And that means we're going to war.
Irmão, seu Maxson.
Who's Elder Maxson?
Maxson is the commander of this division of the Brotherhood of Steel. He's the model of what every Brotherhood soldier hopes to become. If we're going to war, I can promise you that he'll be leading the charge. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and
Prydwen.
I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
Olha aí, a gente já vai dar uma voltinha de Vertibird. Onde é que ele vai pra subir? Por aqui? Vamos subir. Explorar essa parte ainda não, ó. Dar uma voltinha de Vertibird.
Paladin Dance.
Vai poder sair primeiro que ele. Agora a porta vai ficar um tempinho de spawn. Vamos subir a bordo do... Vou chamar de Prydwen. Calma aí, paladino. Tenho que esperar não, vou subir. Ainda vai comigo. Venha, Ada.
Minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals.
Beleza. Esse lugar.
The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxson will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive.
É até gente atirando na gente aqui.
I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory.
Esse barco.
We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead.
Prydwen.
We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
Nossa, está. Precisei atirar em ninguém. Aeroporto de Boston. Será que se eu atirar aqui eu derrubo a gente?
too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Subir. Vou sair daqui.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxson's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Excuse me, Captain Kells?
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
And what's a soldier supposed to look like?
A soldier is supposed to be an efficient killing machine. Not a relic from the past, playing catch-up with the rest of the world. If Danse hadn't stepped in and vouched for you, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Accepting outsiders like yourself has proven disastrous in the past. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxson will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else, or was everything I said understood?
É uma persuasão.
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
Look, all I can tell you is that we're here directly in response to the data that Dance's recon team provided us. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait until Elder Maxson addresses the crew. Now dispense with the questions. It's time to get to work. Understood? That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxson wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxson?
Elder Maxson is the supreme commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel in the capital wasteland. In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force. He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxson grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxson's address, after which he wishes to speak with you. Anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
Imediatamente. É o cagalho.
Hey,
You lost? Maxson's address is being held on the command deck.
Realmente não tem o que fazer aqui não.
Welcome aboard. If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute's scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is
Se eu
gonna have me
tivesse
push-ups.
aqui com o Valentine, como é que não ia ser?
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet. To start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, you've already begun that journey. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
Only a knight? Why not a paladin like Dance?
The Brotherhood maintains a strict hierarchy, organized by rank. Paladin is several ranks above Knight, and it took Dance many years to achieve that goal. With your continued loyalty to the Brotherhood, I'm certain you can attain the same. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
Sir.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
Beleza.
Station keeping maintained. Thruster stable.
Vamos dar aquela velha explorada. Aí. Tem umas coisas boas aqui.
I'm not questioning orders. There has to be a better way of saving the Commonwealth.
Pegar as coisas que tiver que fazer o limpa. Eu sou
System deltas at 100%.
I wish there were. We
Secondary
have no
deltas
idea
standing
how
by.
bad
eu
the
sou
sense
cateiro.
Maxson said we have to take preemptive
I
measures.
know what Maxson said.
Hey there.
But it sounds
Congratulations
like
on the
preventing
promotion.
war. We might be starting another one. I'm not sure I'm okay with that.
Boa. Vamos dar aquela explorada, galera. Vou relembrar do lugar aqui inteiro. Sei que aqui tem umas lojas boas, vendem umas paradas muito forte. Muita grana. Proa é a traseira da nave, né? Que laser foi aquele? Opa, é tiro de laser. Tá tendo alguma briga lá embaixo. Padrão. Será que eu... Uma briguinha feia lá, não tem nada a ver comigo. Na exploração. Descer. Capitão, qual é o chapa?
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
O cara não quer conversa, mano. Aqui é o cara que controla a nave, beleza. Escopeta. Mas, tipo,
Whole plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
tô fazendo a limpa aqui, ninguém vai ficar com nada. Eu vou...
Proximity sensor's green. Getting a 3-second ping back.
Sim. Aqui vai sobre o convés principal. Tava aqui na parte de baixo. Vou dar aquela explorada agora na parte principal da nave.
Right across the board, sir. Nothing new. Good. Carry on, Knight.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
Deixa eu...
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, brother.
Será?
Can't pick this.
Opa. Bom, aqui não posso pegar nada. Eu estaria roubando. Aparentemente o computador dele tá liberado, né? Parece que aqui é o quarto do chefão. Isso aqui tá aberto, aqui é meu quarto. Aqui parece que seja meu quarto. Eu posso, inclusive, dormir.
That's a museum quality piece.
Só os registros. Deixa aí pra quem tiver interesse em ler. Só fazendo aquela limpa. Precisando dormir mesmo. Trancado. O que eu faço? Eu vou logo aqui retão. Logo ali no bar me familiarizar com a galera. Vou logo lá diretão.
So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work.
Excuse
ahead
me,
of us,
Paladin
brother.
Dance?
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxson?
Maxson seems so young compared to everyone else. You're okay with that?
Don't let his age fool you. Maxson's a brilliant tactician, a formidable warrior, and possesses an idealistic vision for the future of the Brotherhood. I'd follow him anywhere, without question.
Why are you so confident in his abilities?
A decade ago, the Brotherhood had almost gone completely astray. The Elder before Maxson sent us down a path that was leading nowhere. He was more concerned about charity than the preservation of technology. But when Maxson took over, he single-handedly reprioritized the Brotherhood from the ground up and put us back on the path to glory. This ship and its crew are a testament to his leadership.
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxson is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, we have to bond as brothers. As your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Do you need to come with me now?
It might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without a paladin standing over your shoulder. It's up to you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Ainda.
Excuse me.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
With the Prydwen in town, the Institute doesn't have a chance.
Hey there.
If you fry up a hunk of cram with a little Nuka-Cola, it almost tastes like food.
Apresentar para a galera.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
Vou falar com os caras importantes. Ué. Acabei de falar com o cara. É outro cara. Bom, vindo aqui retão, tem aqui o médico. Ah, vou pegar aqui geral. Bolsa de soro. Água, bolsa. Quero saber. Quero saber dos meus assentamentos.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
What kind of medical exam? I feel fine.
There's nothing to be alarmed about. I just have a few simple questions about your medical history. It's my responsibility to make sure that you don't bring anything up here that could pose a threat to the crew. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to... First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for...
Criança.
Wouldn't Vault-Tech's screening process have caught this already?
Vault-Tech's screening process? Let me check my notes here. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to stumble across contaminated environments or disease-carrying creatures. We don't want a single crewman infecting the entire ship. Anyway, this exam is about you, so... Have you had...
Uh-huh. Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is just as important as the physical. Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly isn't Brotherhood material. So what about you? Would you have a problem with it?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer. And the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Beleza. Que é o terreno do cara. Aquela bisoiada padrão. Aquela roubada de leve. Roubada entre aspas. Gato.
Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Which books contain pertinent information?
Technical volumes, repair manuals, design philosophies, medical research. Anything that enhances the Brotherhood's knowledge. That's why I consider everything else a waste of paper.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Should I come back when you're less busy?
Our recent arrival in the Commonwealth has left me with an immense amount of data to compile. None of that's your fault, really. You're obviously here for a reason. What was it again?
Maxson wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
What type of technical documentation are you looking for?
The Brotherhood is primarily interested in collecting information that might assist us with our current mission. Medical records, science journals, weapons schematics. If it contains any type of useful data...
What exactly is a research patrol?
Simply put, we send a small two-man team to scout a location and saves us from sending an entire retrieval team.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, Sure. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Documentos técnicos. Será que vai marcar no mapa? Aí. Aqueles outros e-mails ali eram os que eu já tinha dito.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down.
É um jogo?
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but this is the only limited edition annual we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life?
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlane price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders, because you chose to ignore the important lesson I taught you, which is...
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right. And I promise it will never... sir? What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
What? Oh, damn it all! I left it in record mode.
Nothing.
Just let me...
I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the one who decided
When
to
it comes
pick
to
your way
keeping
through
the
a mire.
Prydwen running, Proctor Ingram's
Got
the
it.
best. There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelurk scat off my boots.
Tá naquela... Isso aqui era... não, tem 60. É a que eu vou poder pegar.
That's ridiculous.
É a que eu vou poder pegar. Isso aí é bobagens. Tô só dando aquela exploradinha básica, tá? Sabem como é que funciona Fallout, que eu já vi repetindo o tempo inteiro. Só vendo aqui o que realmente vai ser útil para poder pegar.
I really should have my armor adjusted while I'm here.
Ele aqui é do... Esse e-mail interno. Isso aqui é só as ordens de serviço. Cadê a doidinha? Tá aqui ela.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone...
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's all. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg action. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6...
Sure.
And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as...
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Would it help if I promised not to tell anyone else?
Okay. Get you off my back about it. I was fighting with the Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland. Worked at a staging area for the... Our position was along a ridge line overlooking the battlefield. I'd say it was 100-foot drop.
You weren't aboard the Prydwen?
The Prydwen wasn't under Maxson's command at the time. It wasn't even in the Capital Waste. If she'd had been there, the battle wouldn't have been such a challenge. To make a long story short, the ridge I was standing on sheared most of the cliff right off, and caused the platform I was...
Sure.
If I hadn't been test piloting one of the power armor suits at the time, I would have died.
Your power armor helped you survive the fall?
Yeah, it took the brunt of the impact. But, I don't know. The suit was trashed after it landed, and I lost... Haven't walked since. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use... Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back...
Ela não tem pernas. Beleza, realmente dá pra ver. Essa é a minha? Não. Essa. Não. Ah, tá aqui a baia 3. Olha.
Knight. Our vertibird should give us the air superiority we need to
Tem até reator de fusão. Eu vou tirar esse 0 bala aqui e vou colocar o meu acabadinho. Mas não vou pegar ela agora. Só vou pegar quando eu for sair de fato daqui. Andando por aí de power armor, só pra dizer, né? Será que... Se eu vou roubar isso aqui.
If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. And this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, the powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep... If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission...
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single... Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting, and since I'm stuck up here manning this one man, after you're done with the meet and greet. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else.
If Dom and Ugly had a child,
Dr. Tegan,
it'd be a super...
What can I get for you today?
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty sure they'll put a smile on your face.
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers. by any means necessary.
Any means necessary? You're giving me carte blanche on this.
You said it. Like they say. Think you can handle that?
I'm in.
Thought you would be. The farm's on your map. Introduce those civilians to, the power of persuasion.
Olha aí.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Those farmers give you any trouble? I trust you know what to do.
Set me up.
Be my guest.
Armadura potente, 3.000 só. Vamos ver aqui as armas. Dano triplo. Vestes. ST60, capacete de comando, redução de 10. Olha aí que beleza. Olha essa maravilha, rapaz. Eu vou pegar isso aqui na hora. Então, tá. 5 sentido. Redução de comando. 24. Mas ele tá melhor. Armação, sucata. Onde? O que eu posso dar pra ele aqui? Nada. Tem dinheiro pra guerra. Vou dar 2.000 pra ele. Dolinhas. As minas eu nem uso. Fuzil, escopeta, pistola. Vou dar só 1.700. Já vou equipar esse capacete e o peitoral. Agora posso vender o resto.
If you need a little extra persuasion to help with those farmers, I've got plenty of tools here you could use.
Let me see what you have.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Capacete do exército e essa daqui. Eu vou fazer só um pequeno teste aqui, se eu consigo abrir esse computador aqui sem dar rage nos caras. Rectangular. Só pela XP, galera, não vão ficar com raiva, hein? Só tô curioso.
That's it.
Deu nada? Deu nada.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Caramba, eu tô andando mais rápido, é impressão minha. Deixa eu dar aquela velha exploradinha, né? Desse, você que tenha paciência.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram
Never
my
forget.
thanks for letting me borrow.
You are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately.
Proctor Ingram
Cara, eu acho que eu tô andando mais rápido.
Okay, sure.
Aqui é a parte de cima total. Caramba, que lugar grande da peste. Ó, vamos lá pro finalzão. Porra. Caramba, comprei daqui, viu? Aqui é a... Ó, já vamos dar aquela roubada. Sintético, que eles estão estudando sintéticos. Super mutante.
Greetings, Knight. If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Certo. Eles têm até aqui os...
Why are you bothering with that junk?
Welcome aboard, brother.
Escreva iniciante. Certo. Olha aqui.
Squire.
Of course we'll stop the Institute. The Brotherhood always wins.
Criança. Cadê a...
Ad Victorian, brother.
planta experimental?
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Makes me sick.
Not now, sir. There's science to be done.
Cadê essa? Essa cientista aqui é o computador dela? Ah, é botânica. Banco de dados. Grisline. Essa ponta aqui tinha no Sky. Opa. Certo. Aqui já foi. Cadê essa
Feel
aqui?
free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
What do you mean, crack the code?
The genetic code. The DNA sequences that are in every... You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great Work. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by...
Right.
I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic... Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a...
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why...
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened. I'm not willing to take it. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately, the specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. What I need are more samples of blood from the creature.
Will I get some of that new compound you're developing?
If I make a breakthrough, you'll be the first person I give it to. After I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper... All you have to do is pick up any viable... Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to...
Bora pensar mais.
Uriah.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Will every creature yield viable blood samples?
Unfortunately. Nature's stubborn, and unless I get the proper specimen, that's why I needed to modify your Pip-Boy. Have you had any luck finding samples?
Yes, here you go.
Is this some sort of a joke? I don't know what that is, but it's certain. Do you have any or not?
No.
No, sorry.
Drat. Well,
Sure.
I really appreciate you. As soon as I make a...
Certo, já falei com essa doida aqui, abusada.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Os caras aqui são equipados, viu? Então, olha aí. Esse. Tem nome.
If Elder Maxson ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
Personal log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Prydwen
Taking on
in
a
4
death row
words.
without backup is a great way
I
to get
miss
yourself
field
killed.
assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff. But life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse. the soldiers or the mole rat. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor Quinlan. Field scribes cannot have it this bad.
Certo. Só porque tá trancado, mas não quer dizer que eu não posso abrir. Não tem nada que me impeça aqui.
Yes.
Pelo amor de Deus, só vou pegar XP mesmo.
That's it.
E aí? Roubando dos irmãos. Aqui é onde o pessoal manda mensagem para os familiares. Certo. Não preciso dessa luz ligada. Perdona. Olha. Cara, já deve estar quase cheio, né? Agora se não. Descer. O que é aqui embaixo? Sim, aqui era o quarto, beleza. Então vamos continuar aqui. Conceiro. O moleque. Quero pegar até os moleque.
You know, before getting shipped to the Commonwealth, I thought Elder Alliance still had some good points. The Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland, they were about helping. But this assignment, it's opened my eyes. On the flight here, we passed city after city. Buildings taller than I've ever seen. Some that nearly clipped the Prydwen. And who uses them now? Mutants. Freaks. Seeing all that destruction, tens of millions dead, brought on by technology run amok, it made it so clear. Elder Maxson, the wasteland needs to be cleansed. And we're the ones to do it.
Turn your back on the gunner.
Coisinha chata da exploração tem que acontecer sempre. Não tem como fugir disso.
While I appreciate your attempts at diligence, Initiate, the sheer volume of complaints you have filed implicating your brothers and sisters as synth agents has done irreparable harm to ship morale, as well as your own credibility. Proctor Ingram, Paladin Dance, Elder Maxson. I understand the stress of our mission is great. And for that reason, I'm inclined...
Ele falando aí só mesmo pra enriquecer a narrativa.
...to show leniency for the damage you've done. Your reassignment will be effective immediately. Welcome to Recon, Initiate. Do us proud.
Aqui eu consigo alcançar a rádio nova, a altura. Rádio da Nuka-Cola. Nuka World. É o... Ih. Rádio... Pegar uma missão. Pega logo essa missão. Ah, cara, eu vou ouvir isso aí em outro momento. Agora aqui por enquanto não. Se não vai pegar agora, foda-se. Vamos ver aqui as missões. Ouça a rádio, já ouvi. Já posso tirar aqui essa rádio de droga. Proteger as plantações. Encontre-se com o seu Maxson. Beleza. Vamos lá falar com o cara lá embaixo. É por aqui, né? É a descida aqui. Eu acabei de ver, tá aqui. Não era aqui, não. Era aqui. Falar com o chefe de novo, que eu já me apresentei pra todo mundo. Ele fica lá na sala dele. Exploramos a nave inteira. Ficamos 1 hora nessa brincadeirinha, mas... Cadê ele?
Tighten up the meter. Like that? I'll split the difference. Where?
Na ponta.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than synths. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing, whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of... As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to So...
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature squad of troops armed with one of these. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. Is that enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong. And wipe those dirty... Dismissed.
Eu vou primeiro pegar a minha armadura. E cara, eu não queria ir também tão full desse jeito, mano. Queria ir primeiro. Deixa eu ver aqui. Weird, hein? Vou primeiro para o castelo. Esvaziar minhas paradas. Volto aqui. E faço isso. Você vai ter que esperar. É que eu guardei? Eu guardei logo a outra. Na boa. Bolsa de sangue, carne. Mentos de laranja. Psycho. É isso.
Unfocused and far too charitable for their own good.
Aquela salvada. Vamos voltar para Prydwen. Pegar nossa armadura potente e ir pra cima. É bom que a gente vai poder usar como é que eu posso dizer?
Don't let Maxson's age fool you. He's a
Vai poder usar a minigun do Vertbeard pra poder... Vou ter que ir lá em cima pegar minha armadura. Vou experimentar essa armadura aqui. Fazer essa missão até 60. Lado. Final. Só que é no final subindo a escada, né? Aqui ela. Paia 3.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Gostou de eu estar na bichona?
Knight.
Ou até com a câmera zona assim mesmo fora. Só pra achar lá na bicha. Opa. Como é que eu vou aqui? Só que a câmera fica bugada, né, mano? Tem que usar mesmo o display. Deu Vertbeard.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the capital.
Vamos lá, vamos lá. Vamos fazer essa missão.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green, and we're cleared for release.
Vamos lá.
Having the Prydwen moored above the airport keeps the Brotherhood within striking distance of the city.
Detonar uns super mutantes. Ali o forte.
Target acquired. I'll try and keep him in your sights.
Desse agora não, meu filho. Super mutante gigante ali.
Primary target down. Look at that thing bleed. I'm gonna find a place to set her down and then hightail it back to the Prydwen for repairs.
Aí,
How can I help you, Knight?
arregação geral. Bom, galera, eu vou encerrar esse vídeo por aqui pra gente continuar no próximo essa invasão desse forte. Aqui o vídeo já tá quase dando 1 hora. A gente finalmente chegou na Irmandade. Estamos aqui com o Paladino desse. Vamos fazer uma bagunça desse forte aqui no próximo vídeo. Então é isso. Se você tá gostando da série, deixa um like, se inscreve no canal caso não seja inscrito, compartilha para algum amigo que possa gostar de Fallout e a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Valeu!